because when you shit, never mind. Fuck. Damn it! Why is my computer acting dumb? Okay. But yeah, Ty, I almost had a mini heart attack because I was trying to log on to Myth Weavers to get my character sheet one day when I asked you about the coins. And it said, you can't, this site is currently not available right now, and I kept trying to refresh it, thinking it was just something wrong. Only found out later, like, oh, they're just doing maintenance. I thought I lost everything.
Mythweavers is a really old site. I think it's been around since mid-2000s?
I think it's longer than Roll20.
Yeah, a lot longer than Roll... Well, I remember using it back when Roll20 wasn't even a thing. That back when... what was the name of it? What was the thing that Lord Cat used back in the day for his Wormwood campaign? It was glitchy as shit, but it worked.
I forget.
Yeah, copyright for Mythweavers is 2000.
Yeah, I guess we'll get started.
Yep.
Last time, if I recall, there's a bunch of assassins that want to kill you, including your new friend, as well as Jeb, Francis, and Andrew,
who are now in cells underneath the castle.
Those two are just complete fucking morons. Just ignore them.
Yeah, but Jen's the one you have to worry about.
Again, we've got her basically chained to the fucking wall.
Meanwhile, what you call is helping clear up the bar because, well, Enzo doesn't have as much respect as her father, and therefore they have more they become more rowdy in her bar. But Bev cleared that out, and now, well, what now, gentlemen?
My thoughts are, the merchants attacked us. Why not attack them?
Should we attack their supply chain?
And that's one option.
What really sends a strong message of not or don't fuck with us?
Already got a warehouse?
No, they can rebuild that. It's just lost stock. They're always going to keep their riches. What about, I don't know, killing or kidnapping a family member? Sends a really strong message. Not even their family is safe.
That is an option.
That is definitely
Most people I know that if you go after, most people I know, you go after their family, they sooner or later crack.
But I'm thinking we should work our way up to that. Let's get them looking in one direction before we go for the family.
So hire some highwaymen to help distract them with caravan raids?
Not exactly. My guy will reach into his bag and he'll pull out an odd just brick. It looks similar in consistency to clay.
Your
wrapped
thing
in
is
paper.
to use a paper brick? What is that?
I think a demonstration is in order. I'll basically just pick up the brick and just casually, do the jugglet in one hand while whistling as we walk outside of town, a good way outside of town, and I'll find a nice big rock.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So what is this thing that you have? Why are we all the way out of town?
Here we go. This is only a 5-minute one, so it should be more reasonable. He'll put a weird brass tube into it, and then pull out pliers and crush part of the brass. Then just back away quickly from this little brick sitting on the rock, and then he'll just pull out his watch and go, okay, that should... something interesting should happen within in about 5 minutes, plus or minus 30 seconds.
Okay.
This is going to be good, isn't it?
And
Define good.
And I'll put on some earmuffs to cover my ears.
I'm going very
Should
intent.
we have also brought those?
What, you didn't
Do we
bring
have
them
enough for all
yourself?
of us? No, we didn't know what the fuck you were bringing.
I'm going to cover my ears,
Yeah, I'd recommend covering
Yeah,
the
I'm
ears.
gonna cover any ears.
but I'm going to look very intently at the device.
Again, it's just a brick with a little partially crushed brass tube sticking out of it. Just, sitting on a rock. I would say probably a good couple 100 feet away.
So what the hell is this supposed to do?
Wait for it.
Wait for it.
So 5 minutes plus or minus 30 seconds. Rock fucking explodes.
How big an explosion are we talking? Like hand grenade?
I'd
TNT?
probably put about a kilo of TNT on that.
Well, here's something that's interesting. You caught the attention of a couple of guards, ironically escorting a chain gang to a heavily armored ship.
That was cool.
Like, what the hell was
What
that?
was that?
Oh, new mining explosive, more stable than black powder. I was showing my associates how it worked.
It's really cool.
Just don't blast us, will you?
No problem.
The stuff is safe and stable. You have nothing to worry about.
The ship has arrived. And you see getting off the ship is the daughter of the necromancer and a woman you've never seen before, or at least around here.
The fuck did you just make?
A stable explosive substance that doesn't require magic.
Guards look like, wait, it doesn't require magic?
No. Does gunpowder require magic?
No. No, I just have to note that the guards in the chain gear are actually armed, actually have firearms.
Yeah, it's similar principle to black powder you put in those things. Just more powerful and more stable.
Yeah. We'll have to talk to you sometime. But for now, we have to escort this prisoner to silver thingy.
Of course.
Of course.
Have a good journey.
Have a good one.
Yes. Anyone want to roll a perception of who's a mysterious second passenger? Second, Gordon is?
Oh, I can roll perception.
There's no person.
Oh, perception. I thought you said persuasion for some reason.
27.
Okay, I guess. Anyone else want to roll, or just you?
5.
Oh, goddamn! I don't think the proficiency goes that high, Jim Pan.
Omniscient.
She sees all. She's unraveled the mystery of the universe and knows all, sees all.
He sees the past and future at the same time.
Oh, damn!
Or she's staring at a butterfly.
Plus that, plus my wisdom modifier.
Yep.
It's 15.
I think that's an okay,
Okay,
roll. But I
William,
think you're still a little shocked by the
Okay,
explosives.
William and Well-
I'm sort of paying attention, but I'm more just looking at what was a fucking rock. That's how it's gone.
all right, William, you actually know this to be the princess,
Do-
former princess.
Do you know the implications of making such a powerful device like this could change everything.
Exactly.
Well,
What are the implications of that? And he points to the steam engine in his wagon. Something that runs off of a simple spell almost anyone can learn for a day, and water, which is highly abundant.
I mean, with this new brick or whatever the hell you're calling it, hell, when we have to go over a target, we don't even have to fucking go in the building. We can just level the whole fucking building.
Exactly! And he'll basically pull out his various prototype detonators, and you see different numbers written on them. Everything from, 5 minutes up to 12 hours.
The guard just looks at you like, do we have to board you on that ship too?
You think I talked about all the secrets in front of those guys, Ty?
I know, I'm just joking.
No, I would wait for them to leave. Yeah, look, and the thing is, these aren't supposed to be used for, mining. Mining, you use remote detonators with electric wires. Safer that way. Direct control. This is for sabotage.
This is the we have a small problem we need to get rid of type stuff.
Exactly.
You're just gonna notice my character start smiling, and then he's gonna start just thinking, like, he has a look of he's thinking of all the ways of using this little brick and all assassinations and everything.
I'm dubbing it blasting clay, by the way.
Blasting clay.
Yes.
I can't think of a better name.
Yeah, you are the inventor of it.
I mean, I also, I also figured out a way to make a liquid version of stone that hardens into a stone.
Liquid version of stone that hardens into stone. And I'm guessing under this it uses almost no magic or no magic at all.
Nope, just limestone, volcanic ash, sand, gravel.
That's it.
I mean, you got to process the stuff to make sure it's pure. Then you got a kind of powdery, rocky substance that you then mix with water, the right amount of water. You then can pour it into a location, and it'll be dried after about a day, and it'll be fully set after about a week and a half to 2 weeks.
Of course, it is. What are you going to do? Oh yeah, by the way, William, you're the one that notices that the second warren, if you will, was the crown princess of this kingdom.
Oh, okay, neat.
I think we can take advantage of that.
We might have impressed her with the explosive.
She was impressed, but and that little surprise.
Well, this has been interesting.
And right now she's halfway.
So who wants to put several bricks of that stuff in the bottom of our competitors' ships so they detonate while they're in the middle of the ocean, roughly 12 hours away?
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna raise my hand really high up.
Veb and Mittens raises their hands. Well, Mittens raises her paw.
Or hoof.
Hoof.
Veb,
oh boy!
I get it. Your heart's in the right place, but I don't know if you're that sneaky.
But imagine the influence we could have if we have the crown princess on our side.
Yes, but she's clearly tied to some sort of prison or guard unit. We need to figure out what she stands for.
Okay, so break out later.
I'm more. Wait. The princess was being arrested, Ty, or she was just.
She's one of the guards.
Yeah,
one of the guards.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was
tied to law enforcement. Let's not fuck with that till we know more about it.
I thought she was in the chain gang.
No. If she was in the chain gang, that we would be getting a boat out there real quick and sinking the entire.
I misheard you.
Yeah. So instead, we're going to go to the eastern city with a couple of our boys, figure out which shipments are our competitors, and send them to the bottom of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is. Oh, I love that. That'll be a great distraction.
Yes.
That it would be.
So how much have we already made of this blasting clay?
I had to start innocently whistling.
Is it something that we could apply on the outside of the ship, or does that have to be on the inside? 'Cause I think
I recommend on the inside. I haven't fully tested it. I haven't fully tested any of the detonators underwater yet. They're a little bit touchy.
Okay.
So that means one of us has to get onto the ship.
Which means one of you have to roll a stealth check.
Pretty good with blending in with the crowd. I could probably blend.
For, let's say, as many ships as you want to blast.
Oh, if we can take down his entire merchant navy, we're taking his entire merchant navy down.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's about 20 ships. I don't think you're gonna get that
you
lucky.
think I don't have that? You don't think I have that level of vindictiveness?
True, but I don't think you'll get that lucky to roll stealth checks above 15 or higher.
Well, is it a 15 DC, or are you saying that everything is now based on a D20 and skill doesn't matter anymore?
No, 15 DC.
Remember, Ty. Remember, Ty. It should be a DC, not a random check. Otherwise, we're basically gambling.
Yeah, I said 15 DC.
Which I can get on everything but a 1.
Oh, crap. Well, now it's a 20 DC, so up there.
Right, that's fair. Quite a bit fair.
Yeah.
Plus,
What does a ring of
stealth-
invisibility cost?
I can cast it. No.
Let's see. Okay, I can't afford. I could actually afford a ring of invisibility right now if I wanted to.
How much they going for?
20,000 gold.
20,000.
Hold on, unless I don't know if our summon. I don't know if our
dude, with a
sorcerer
ring of
slash
invisibility, they're
summoner
not going to
has-
actually make the check.
Yeah. I don't know if our sorceress has the invisibility spell.
I may have.
Okay. Now I'm also going to check to see if my class gets it.
I mean, if worst comes to worst, I can definitely sneak onto that ship.
Oh yeah.
Or any number of ships and plant the blasting clay. I just need to know how to properly arm it.
I do, but it's a second level spell from me, which I don't think I have yet. Do I have second level spells for my class? No, that would be level 8.
I can cast it.
Oh, you
No,
actually
sir.
have it on your spell list?
Yeah.
And okay. I mean, that's one option. Basically, I take Golden takes some of the ships. I take the other half.
But 6 minutes.
Per casting.
Yeah.
How many times a day can you cast it?
Let's see.
Be a second level spell for you. So
Oh, yeah. Summoner. Case. 3 times.
okay. I'm assuming that would be enough to deal with 3 ships without needing a roll tie.
Yep.
Since invisibility gives a
Get
plus.
back, gentlemen.
Since invisibility gives a plus 20 to stealth while moving. Die?
Huh?
Hello?
Oh, can you hear me? Hello?
Ty?
Can you hear me?
You alive?
Hi.
Can you hear me now? Hello? I light up. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello.
we can hear you.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Okay, I was about to say, I'm lighting up. What's going on?
Yep. So yeah, as I stated, we can get North can give me 3 invisibility spells. I'm assuming that means I can get 3. I can do it to 3 ships without needing to roll at all.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
said.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So, and Golden, what is your stealth? What is your stealth roll at? Oh yeah, he's away too. So, okay. So as I said, yeah. You know what? Do you guys just want to start out with just hitting 3 ships a day for a little while and just
Sure. Just got to figure out which ships they are, like whether they came back, whether they're heading out.
obviously the one's heading out, and I'll use the longer 12-hour detonators, and I'll try to put them as close as they are to launching, so that they're as far out to sea as possible when they go boom.
All right, I am back. Sorry about that, gentlemen.
Welcome back, Golden. What's your stealth check at?
With all my shit, so with my dex, that's 16. That adds 16 plus my dex, which is a +4.
Are you adding it? Are you using the number from the Mythweaver sheet?
Yes.
That probably already includes your stealth check, your dex, by the way.
All right, yeah, so I get a +6. Is that +16? I'm looking at the right skill mod, right? That's what I add.
Yeah. Skill mod is the total modification, so you got a 16.
Yeah, I get a +16. I'm
Got
trying
it.
to see if any of my class abilities. Nimble's not it.
Nope. You've got Gunslinger and Stalker, if I remember right, which I don't think gets a special bonus to stealth. There's actually very few that get bonuses to stealth.
See, I get a +16 in my
Nice.
rolls.
Nice.
I got a 2.
I have a 5.
I have a 13, but again, magic. I mean, technically speaking, you said Ty. What was it? The DC was 20, and we could basically just have that the spell cast on 3 of us, and it's not It's not exactly complex work. I'm assuming I need to roll a knowledge engineering to figure out the weakest point in the ship to guarantee a scuttle.
Yep.
36.
These ships are made like.
Got it. I describe on each
shitty.
ship exactly where you guys are going to want to place it. So we're going to basically do 4 ships a day.
Or
What was that?
wasn't it the 3 ships?
4 because Golden has a really good stealth check.
Okay.
So I'm not.
I can definitely knock down 2 before my invisibility spell wears off.
No. You're not getting an invisibility spell.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. So we're thinking 4 ships a day, specifically targeting the merchant guilds that were
Not friendly
targeting
with
us.
us.
Yeah, exactly. And we're targeting their ships as they're leaving the. I'm assuming they use the eastern port, not the western one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ty?
Can you hear me?
Oh dear.
Oh no.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
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 Okay, they use the eastern port. Got it. So we'll set up outside of town in a hidden area. So we were never in town. We'll slip in quietly, slip out quietly each day.
Try closing and reopening Discord in admin mode. Maybe that'll fix it. So in the past, I've noticed, like, if it's not in admin mode, if you have some other program up, for whatever reason, even push to talk doesn't work.
I'll try closing Discord. And opening again.
Technology never works when you want it to.
Yep.
Is that the brilliance of technology?
Yep.
Crap, I can actually still hear you.
Hello. Did you make sure you actually close Discord, not just the window, which usually minimizes it, by right-clicking on the Discord icon on your taskbar and going to close?
That's probably a better idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Mhm.
Hear you.
Okay, so
All right.
Okay.
Actually double check. I think it is 20 for my fucking stealth.
really, shoot me,
Because
Golden Leaf. Shoot me your sheet, because I don't know if you're reading it right or not. I just want to make sure. Because 20 at level 6 is really hard to get.
maybe I'm doing that wrong. I guess we're gonna move onto the ships during the day, and then they'll blow up at night. Or
No, we're slipping onto the ships before they leave, about an hour before they leave, so that they're as out to sea as we can get when they go off. Lower the chance of survivors and make salvaging near impossible.
there you go. Check your DMs.
Okay, here we go. Your max stealth is a 16.
Okay, so I was reading it wrong.
Yeah, you don't add anything else. So yeah,
Bad.
that's fine. There are ways to do it, but it's tricky to get numbers that high. You just have the signature skill you have signature skill, which gives you boosts to your stealth in certain ways. So, okay, there we go. Okay, and now, so obviously we can't really assist a stealth roll. There's not really a way to do it.
Well, what if me and Mittens make a distraction?
We need to make it so we were never in town. No
Oh,
one ever saw
never
us.
mind.
We were never there.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I could probably go into town as usual. Probably disguise myself a little bit because they either think I'm still under the job of killing you, or I failed and got killed myself.
Yeah. Well, it's been reported that a unknown musket wielder was also hanged, along with the other 2 assassins. We never mentioned a 4th, so they'll probably think the disguised one disappeared, either ran off or is trying a different strategy. So. I mean, technically, gold as okay. Ty, if you treat this as him hiding within crowds, he technically does get a +4 to those.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I got the trait ordinary. I get a +4 to stealth checks when I'm hiding in a crowd.
Would that be treated as this in this case, Ty?
Given how busy that port is, yeah, I'll pass.
Got it. So, congratulations, Golden Leaf. You literally cannot fail this check.
The only way you can fail this check if you roll a nat 1.
There's no such thing as crit failure in
I know, I'm joking.
Yeah. So, and then the rest of us will just, and as I said, we'll just target ships every day. We'll have you target a couple of them, and we do it now before they leave, and we'll just start sinking their merchant fleet.
Alright, so when you want to start doing this?
we'll be on the outskirts of town. Set up in some of the abandoned buildings so no one notices us. We'll slip into the port area under invisibility, run onto the ships, hide the explosives in the weak point that I've discovered, then get back out and we'll do three ships, and then we'll do I would say as many. Okay, with the invisibility, that allows 3 of us to do it once a day, and Golden can do it. I'm assuming multiple times a day, without anyone noticing. So we'll just go targets of opportunity in that case for him.
Yes.
And again, we're using the 12-hour detonators.
As long as you can teach me how to properly arm this, then I will be more than happy to get as many ships.
It takes me less than 5 minutes. You stick pencil, stick brass rod into thing, take out pliers, partially crush the kind of brass copper area that's still sticking out, then leave. Ooh.
It takes about 2 days of blasting their ships before they realize something is wrong.
Jesus, how many did we send to the bottom?
Huh?
How many did we send to the bottom? How many?
About half their fleet by now.
Jesus, 10 ships? What's the word with other merchants? Because I'm assuming that they're probably going to get pissed that that the stuff that was being shipped is now not getting to its destinations.
Oh, they're pissed.
I'd be curious what the salvaging efforts would be.
They're yelling like, "What the hell's going on? Where's our ships at? We have no merchandise to sell without ships. What the hell's going on?"
Yeah. So I guess we'll. So are they going to increase security around the ships?
Oh yeah, like the security, the security increased like 5-fold, or they'll be out of business.
Okay, then we'll stop hitting the ships. Then we already sunk half their navy. Next, we're going to target their warehouses.
Oh, that I can do. Same thing with TNT, or if you're blasting clay, or...
Well, the question is, do any of them specialize in the selling of alchemical ingredients?
Oh, you want to try and spread the alchemical ingredients rather than make the explosion even worse?
No, use an even smaller explosive behind a crate of some unstable stuff.
Yeah, about one or two.
Again, we'll these ones will be much shorter fuse. I'm thinking like 15-minute ones, less time to be discovered, middle of the night kind of stuff, separated by several nights kind of thing.
Should we try looting anything beforehand?
What was that?
Should we try looting anything of value beforehand, or
anything that could? We'll try to loot anything that we can grab that would likely have been destroyed in the explosion. So if it's like they've got like a safe on the other side of the warehouse that would barely be touched, don't touch that. But if they have like something fairly valuable that would be destroyed by fire and explosion nearby, we might be able to get away with some of that.
Just like open it and like take all the shit inside the safe and then close it and lock it, or...
No. If the safe will survive relatively unscathed, we don't touch it, because right now we're trying to make them think. We're trying to make the external authorities think that these guys are just being really bad at their job of transport.
So we don't want it to look like robbery gone bad.
No, do not make it look like robbery gone bad or sabotage. That's why I'm saying we're using smaller explosions next to something that would likely explode.
Well, yeah, I'll definitely help sort through the warehouses, because there's got to be at least something of value that we can take that can presume loss.
Oh, yeah. Again, we're entering the middle of the night.
So I'm guessing as we're like in the warehouse, I'm gonna just start not scouting, but like opening up, not really opening up these crates, but looking to see if there's anything of value in these crates or anything of value that we could take.
Ty, quick question. Are these warehouses considered dim light?
Yeah.
Okay, so that gives me additional 3. I got a 31 to search through those warehouses. To search through at least one of the warehouses we're going to go boom.
Let me do mine. So, first, that's perception.
Yep.
And I got a 26 on the other warehouse. Learn over hitting them simultaneously.
Yeah, we'll use different detonation times.
Alright.
Alright,
I'll search one warehouse.
Alright, you'll find some gunpowder, some gunpowder coated with magic, some mechanical solutions which you currently would not know what it is yet.
I'll take samples of anything I don't recognize for later study.
And you scrap, same thing. Some gunpowder laced with magic, and a couple chemical solutions.
Oh, there's nothing good to steal. Oh,
What is the gold? What is the gold and silver? That's
I'll take as much as I can. That it's close to where I'm gonna set up or have it to where the explosion's gonna take place, to where it'll be like, hey, they lost that basically.
Hey, the warehouse district is over here.
Nice.
What did he say he cut out for me?
That's the warehouse district. It's in the northeast. He pinged it. It's over here.
Ah.
I guess we'll set them and then get out.
I'm setting mine next to the chemicals and the gunpowder laced with magic, and I'm gonna sneak my way out after getting some gold and silver.
I'll do much the same, grabbing a little bit where I can.
Alright, so no guards see you coming in or out. Hello?
Yep, so no guards see us, so we'll just slip out and then just wait from a distance and watch the warehouse district.
And then couple moments later, what the hell? And you see fire trucks and alchemists running by to try to swap the fires. The alchemy actually makes it worse because it actually spreads throughout half the warehouse district.
Damn. Do you guys want to be heroes?
Yes.
Maybe. Okay. Basically, we hop because the thing is, one of the things I do have is something called a Morphocrete sprayer, and it can help out with at least it can make temporary. What's the weird stuff it can do? I think it can put out fires, but I'm not sure. So let me check out if I've got it. Grapple hazard, inertia, kinetic, master location. Probably have one of those prep. So I won't need the magnetic gauntlet. Okay, I've got to check the other book. Hold on.
Oh, that's
That helps a little bit.
what about drenched?
Well, the question
caster
is,
can cast
can water put out this alchemical fire?
At least outside.
Got it. I see. You're going to dump it on buildings that haven't caught yet to try to limit the spread.
Or other buildings if they caught fire.
Yeah. Got it. I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Basically, you're treating it similar to how they do a forest fire.
Yeah.
You wet the other buildings to reduce the chance of catching, or the ones that we know don't have problems.
I can cause it how many times I want.
Yeah. So. Okay, hold on. It's not a weaponized invention in this case. The Morphocrete sprayer. Morphocrete dispenser.
All right, so you.
Okay, here we go. Is this considered a magic fire?
Not yet. What?
Okay, yeah, because the Morphocrete dispenser, the Steamrite can project Morphocrete mist up to 20 feet away, filling 6 plus intelligence modifier squares. The mist will immediately neutralize all non-magic acids and quench non-magic fires in the area. I can also create barriers. And I'll probably have modified this thing so that it has extra, that is, I think it's called efficient, so it has twice as many shots as normal. So 14, so basically will come kind of in very quickly and just go to the guards and goes, "What the hell happened here?"
I don't know. Something. I don't know. It blasted all of a sudden, and damn it! We'll put this fire before it gets to the gunpowder. We'll all be screwed.
Shit!
Yep, and the guy will see me put on this weird backpack unit and go, "Where are the flames the most intense?"
He points over. He points over here.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's where one of our bombs went off.
Yeah.
I'll basically put on a gas mask and run over there and just start trying to put out this fire with my Morphocrete sprayer.
Anything that I can do to help.
Just try to get people out of the area.
Try to get people out of the area. We'll try to get the gunpowder out.
All right, Mittens, go with me. Let's get the people out of here. And I'm gonna just start doing what I can to try to help with evacuations.
Yep.
I will also help with evacuations, but I will be right back because I am about to get off work. And it's going to take
No problem.
me a drive to get back. But I'll be on soon.
We'll chat with you in a little bit. We'll put a remote. We'll put a little antenna in your character's head and remote control him like an NPC. I've got your sheet, so if any rules are needed, I can
the
cover
clowns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, see you guys in a bit.
So,
All right. Well, I can't do anything right now because I was about to see one of his employees actually spot him, but I can't do it right now. So anyway.
well, we also have him disguised, so cloak hood, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
I can
All right. So I guess the rest of you could roll me again. No, I'll tell you right away. You actually see a high level merchant walking around, pretty much yelling at everyone.
As I'm fighting this fire, I'm just gonna kind of walk up to him and grab him and go, "What the hell were you storing in those warehouses?"
What do you mean want to store? It's my warehouse. I can store anything I want.
That's an alchemical fire! I'm barely able to contain it! Water can't stop something like that!
Ugh. You're the fire chief, dudes. You're the fire department. Do something. That's why I pay the taxes, don't I? And Nora's typing something.
Yep. Oh, nice. So the water elemental will deal with like the stuff around the smaller things.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like he points out, like, look at her. She's at least doing her job of protecting the buildings that are left, even though they're not mine.
Yeah. I'll pull off my gas mask. Also, I'm not the fire brigade.
Then who are you?
William Shadowspark? You know the guy on the west side of the kingdom?
What, you?
Yeah, I was coming in the area, and I saw this big fuck-off explosion! I'm trying to help! Just get out of my way! And I'm going to start putting Morphocrete containment around the building to just prevent it from spreading to others. So basically, he's seeing that I'm doing the equivalent of giving up on that building and preventing other buildings from going up.
Oops.
Yeah. Nice. So the elemental can actually start putting out some fires. Nice.
Yeah, unless I have one of those things, the only way Veb would be able to take out any fire would probably be by just trying to piss on it.
Well, he had enough alcohol, maybe.
This is Veb we're talking about.
As Carly is burning. Can burn.
Yeah. So
No,
yeah,
he's
I'm like
taking it
spraying
all.
the sides of the building with the Morphocrete to try to shore it up and contain it since the stuff doesn't burn.
And he's
Best
drinking
I
his
can.
alcohol so that he can try and
Yeah.
keep it going as long as possible.
No, don't
Oh
do that,
boy.
please.
So about half hour later, the fire is contained.
I'm guessing that warehouse is just still
Oh,
burning.
no, this is totaled.
Yeah.
They literally got the magic gunpowder out just in time before it became completely out of control.
You're assuming we didn't put the bombs by the magic gunpowder. Are you talking about magic gunpowder from other buildings, though?
Yeah,
Okay, got it. So,
but yeah, most of this warehouse district was like completely totaled.
and I'm just looking at this, and I'm just going like, and I'm guessing other merchants have shown up.
What high level merchant is an older lady? Like, what in the hell's going on?
You'll see my guy partially, my gas mask guy partially covered in soot, weird backpack, kind of walking over and just kind of pulling off his mask. Okay, the fire's contained at least. It won't spread to the rest of the buildings, but this district is screwed.
Like, aren't you William Spurs? Aren't you William, what you call it?
Shadow Spark, yeah, guy that works in the Western City.
The guy that's taking our business.
You mean the guy that gave better deals to people?
You say better deals, I say taking our business. What happened to those assassins we sent?
She'll see him basically load the rifle and go, "You did what?"
Half the city is ours. I could say anything I wanted. No one's gonna bat an eye.
Question: how much of the guards have we corrupted by this point ourselves?
About 60 or 7%.
How many in this town?
There's no paladins in this town for obvious reasons, so it's mostly guards.
Okay, I
That's
guess
not the personal employee of the merchants.
Yeah, got it. I guess I'll I guess I'll just send my little owl to take a message to our friend, the captain of the guards.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, to send out people that are more willing to listen. Some of those officers that are more willing to listen to us. And I'm basically just gonna go into, and I'm just gonna start picking through the wreckage of these burned buildings to figure out. Well, basically, I'm trying to do a fake arson report and make it look like it was their. I'm assuming they were also already not being very careful with their containment of this stuff.
Oh no, they're lazy.
Yeah. So
okay. So the reason why this warehouse is packed in the first place is because you were destroying their ships.
yeah.
It's literally just a bridge between the warehouse and the shipyards.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a bluff check to basically write a scathing report.
Go ahead. Good luck.
23.
Yeah, you pretty much like what do you want to write in your report?
That they're having no safety or containment of unstable materials. They're overpacking the warehouses. Basically, just going down everything to make them look as bad as possible.
So
And I would note that the damage of this district, and I'll also make sure to note in this, the damage to this district may reduce tax flow from the city by like 20%. Something to get the king's eye.
So basically, you're citing every single OSHA violation you can come across.
Yeah. Ooh, what was that?
A counter bluff check, but
Oh.
obviously not that high.
Yeah.
These people say she's trying to say that, hey, we're the backbone of this kingdom. Nothing goes in and out the sea without us. Do you think those people on the Western port can actually do something? No.
Well,
We've been
actually,
the backbone of this kingdom for
haven't we
years.
haven't we been cutting off and slowly taking over shipments? Smaller merchants are releasing space from our stockyards in our city now.
They'll learn. Don't worry.
Yeah. So
We've been the backbone of this kingdom for almost 100 years. Who are you?
an inventor that's coming up with more efficient ways of doing things, safer ways of doing things.
Well, people come and people go.
I'm a hero.
Oh,
I can't tell a lie that big, Kiri. I cannot tell a lie that big. I'm just imagining that Doctor Who moment where he showed the I am a responsible adult. It just scribbles. I told a lie. It couldn't. I guess I told too big of a lie.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Look at you. A failed inventor, a failed Viking, a person who comes in third, fourth, and fifth place to our glorious Grand Sorcerer, and to do hide in a mask. The only thing you could take on us alone.
I mean, I'm already undercutting you in so many different ways.
Eventually be out of business, and people will come right back to us.
Well, so the question is, the scathing review that I sent, does it ever get to the king? Especially the little note about what was it? That tax revenue likely will be reduced by at least 20% as the city recovers from this.
Or you can actually see the king's guards. On the way out, you actually see the king's guards going on the way.
Yep. So, well, as I said, remember, I'm gonna send it to the captain of the guard, since this is tied to protection and things like that.
We see the knights going on the way.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll send it via my my owl, my clockwork owl, so nobody messes with it. So at his room in the castle, he hears a knock at the door and sees a metallic owl sitting there with its kind of weird glass-like eyes staring at him.
He pretty much looks around, makes sure no high member people of the world policy watching, then just let's see our in.
So does he open the window?
Yeah, after he looks around, make sure
or
no
we
one's...
lose Ty's audio again.
Yeah.
I heard him for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, he like, hey, my lord, we have disturbance on. We have disturbance on this town. We have to investigate. And it says a bunch of guards that well, you paid off quite handsomely to this town. They made the town sort of like, okay, what's going on? There's a fire here.
Ty, you were completely dead for like 3 minutes there.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. So
all right.
What I said is the owl basically lands, knocks on the window, and waits for him to open it, staring at him with those soulless glass eyes.
Oh, so did you get the part where he opened it?
Got it. So he's opened it. So the owl will fly in onto his desk, and in one of its claws is a scroll.
He reads a scroll.
It's basically some instructions for him to present the second scroll in there to the king, and the second scroll is my scathing review, including my estimate of economic damage that for the recovery process that will reduce tax output by the town by a certain amount. Make sure the king sees this kind of thing.
he runs to the king sees it, and the king is pissed. Because obviously now he, that takes money out of his pocket.
Yep.
And now it's having nice marching into the town.
Yep. Okay. What I'll do is I'll use my knowledge engineering. I'm going to design, warehouse safety procedures that we can easily meet with the tech that I've just come up with. Like the concrete, basically making reinforced concrete. But I don't. Reinforced liquid stone. Basically we have the materials that can have that level of hardness, but for them they'd have to bring in like expensive magic shit to be able to contain those more unstable elements.
Go right ahead.
So basically, I am making a proto OSHA for how to contain unstable chemicals and materials. 40 to make sure that it's expensive as crap for them to build it, but our designs are going to be fairly cheap, just because for us it's just time letting the concrete set in a little bit of metal, and we'll keep all that stuff a trade secret.
Oh crap! Yeah, that definitely passes.
Yeah. So hooray! I've created OSHA, guys. I would actually probably call it warehouse safety, and like a memorandum on warehouse safety and containment of unstable alchemical and explosive materials. So, and I'll start having my printing press make a in our next kind of catalog magazine. Start sending that out, and as I said, to kind of describe the hardness and strength of the materials, something that it can theoretically be done with magic. We're talking like enchanted stone here, which I'm assuming is expensive. Whereas we're using the reinforced concrete, so we can do it for a fraction of the cost.
Yeah, you do that right. The lady that was yelling at you earlier, or talking to you earlier, it's already seen like shipping off to another land.
Oh, she's abandoning this kingdom. Damn.
Like, there's no money, there's no profit to be made here.
Yeah.
The other dude is still yelling like to fix those warehouses as fast as possible.
Yep. Obviously, I'll have them. I'm also going to another thing I want to do is I want to use my a philosophy check to basically write about this event and use it as propaganda against, against unstable alchemical ingredients and unstable magical things. Again, just try to shift the Overton window away from magic a little bit.
Alright, good.
So 32, nearly crit.
Yeah, convince something like, hey, maybe this alchemy and method stuff is not the best idea to store warehouses. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And I'm also basically, as I said, I'm kind of combining both the memorandum on safe containment, as well as this kind of treatise on like an essay. Like I've got an essay explaining the dangers, and then I've got behind that a memorandum on how you could make it safe. But again, the methods I'm describing using just magic would be expensive. So.
Alright, well, congratulations. You pissed off one person, then forced another person to go on land on different land for now.
And I'll make sure a copy of that gets to the castle for the so that the king may have access to it if he wants to read it.
Oh no, he's definitely like, hey, one of the guards definitely pissed up to give to the king.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming most of the stuff I've sent out so far, just as a common courtesy, included the catalog, they've just mostly been ignoring.
Yeah.
Yep, so.
Alright, congratulations. You're still not pissed off more merchants.
Oh. Is the king going to implement laws for safe containment?
Give
Based on
about a
our-
month, and yeah, eventually the king says it is like, Hearly, you cannot, to put it bluntly, cannot use half-ass warehouses anymore. To follow these guidelines, and some of the guidelines you said is on your, based on your, um, pro, based on your what you call it.
Got it. So I'm assuming the king's tax collectors. There's like a certificate you got to get from the kingdom, which obviously will cost money to then store alchemical ingredients and things like that.
Yeah,
And we've already prepared our stuff, so we will as I said, we will happily demonstrate our new warehouses in our stockyard that have been designated as as for containing unstable or explosive items. And basically it's like a proto blast bunker, something that will contain an explosion. And there's also no warehouses nearby it. There's a lot of fencing and additional security around it. So
And
we
other
will be the
kinds of
gold standard.
yes.
Yep. So
the other merchants that still think like, what in the world are you?
just a humble inventor that's trying to make the world a better place.
You mean us poor? No, this isn't the end of this, right?
No, or you could instead choose to work with me. I could have my construction workers use our methods to build proper storage facilities for you.
My friend's been working alone for 1,000 years. Do you think we'll be working with a partner we don't trust?
I mean, the problem is, unless you want to get involved in direct smuggling, you can't transport these ingredients. You're already going to have to go through our stockyards, or spend cost an arm and a leg to get enchanted stone properly enchanted to contain this stuff.
I don't want to spend money that I don't have to.
Or you can make a deal with us.
But I don't trust you either. I mean,
And I don't trust you.
I'm pretty sure you're connected to this somehow. We just can't prove it.
You don't have to trust me. You just have to trust the profits that will be brought in if you work with me. What does this guy's what does this guy focus on major trade wise anyway?
Half alchemy, half textiles.
And I know that you produce textiles. I potentially have a method for making them cheaper to produce significantly.
Now we're talking.
And I'll basically pull out some designs for basically a steam-powered auto loom.
Like, comes to my office late at night. Needs to say the rest of the merchants don't exactly like your kind here.
No, come to my town. Because you're the ones that tried to have me killed. And my allies. You are going to show a little bit of trust if you want to work with me.
He just looks like, where's your town again?
And I'll point to the Springwood on the map.
Oh, that rundown city?
It's not run down anymore. We actually have completely reinvigorated it. Multiple factories are online. Quality of housing's gone up. We've got a full-on steel we got massive steel forges already operational. Machining facilities producing all sorts of nice things, and I'll basically pull out last month's catalog from my bag and hand it to them. This is just a sample of what we produce these days.
Fine. We'll meet you there in a couple of weeks.
I guess we'll return back to town, and I'll get in. I'll get basically just a one of the have one of the warehouses temporarily converted, just to show the concept as proof of concept. I guess this is gonna be a craft machinery check
Yep.
with masterwork tools. 33.
Yeah, it's good enough to make it.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, this is meant as more of a proof of concept. We're not going to run it at the maximum speed. We're going to basically show him. We're going to have a big old pile of unprepared wool, and we'll show him how we can turn it into woolen cloth by the end of it at a significantly higher rate than traditional looms, and for cheaper than having to buy a magic loom.
All right, so a couple of weeks later, let me just put you in this.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks later, he arrives and looks around like. He arrives with one bodyguard and someone cloaked, but you guys smell the magic bleeding off him.
And when they enter the town, I mean, obviously they're going to see, the electric street lights. I don't know what time of day they enter in.
Night.
Got it. So all the major streets are lit by electric street lights.
Like, what in the fuck?
They see active patrols by unusual gentlemen wearing heavy overcoats, carrying unusual-looking muskets. They see multiple factories with kind of steam coming out of smokestacks behind them. Though these places are clearly not running at full efficiency right now. It's the night shift, and they just see a very different town to what was once here. They even see directions to the engineering academy, the medical school, and the preliminary schools.
Like, wasn't this town supposed to be completely run down?
So they probably have to go to the inn now.
Yeah.
They probably see it's fairly lively.
Yep.
Yeah, he walks the inn like, what in the hell?
Probably, propaganda posters on the wall talking about joining various things like the Thunder Scouts, the Steam Couriers, openings at the factory, and great benefits like effectively an apprenticeship, a paid apprenticeship, and education offerings, all that kind of really generous stuff.
Like, he was actually surprised. Like, he was looking like, what in the hell? What the hell happened to this town? Is this supposed to be that rundown place that's a bridge to people being a hero, stuff like that?
I invested in it. I'll simply say, sitting from like a chair at a small private table in the corner.
You invested in it?
Yes. We started out salvaging materials from the destroyed port to the south. We salvaged chunks of the collapsed castle to rebuild it into more of a smaller tower keep inside. No, enough space for us and the personal workshops. We've then started getting a mill set up. After the mines to the north were abandoned, we figured out a way to make them safe again, and our people have started working in them. We even have ore processing up there. They don't even send the ore down here anymore. They just send us pig iron ingots, ready for processing into higher grades of steel.
Yeah, no wonder ore production dropped like a rock. You do realize most of my fellow merchants are not exactly happy about your progress, right?
No, of course not. Many small-minded people tend not to like progress. I'm letting this mask slip a little bit of his contempt.
Hmm. He's thinking about it for a minute. Might want to roll a persuasion check to speed up
Diplomacy.
his process.
20.
Yeah. This is very interesting, and my grandpappy said the best way to get the best way to make money is get on the ground floor.
Of course. Now, if you'd like to see, I've set up a, let's call it a proof of concept, textiles factory out of one of our unused warehouses.
Show us the way.
And I'll show him to the warehouse we've set up. I'll have the kind of the women that basically women that are they that have experience with looms that I've trained up to use the machinery over the past couple of weeks, and then we'll have them begin the process with just a big old pile of wool, and they'll see them process it into a fairly good woolen fabric.
Very, very interesting.
Concept can be easily expanded.
Alright, so what's your game?
What's my
Obviously, I
game?
can't make it public, or else my fellow merchant guilds would probably send assassin's after me, Nux.
What's my game?
Yeah.
So make sure technology spreads. Make it at least as common as magic.
You do realize it's going to be a very hard task, right?
We wouldn't be asking this of you if we didn't believe you are capable of doing it.
Look, you have resources. And as you can see, on our own, we were already able to set up a proof of concept in 2 weeks. We have if we wanted to, we could divert our own resources. That would slow us down in other areas. We're offering this to you because you could be a little mole for us with those merchants. And over time, we can shift your business interests from the eastern city to the west, to Springwood here. You can see we have we've got a much better storage facility than what ramshackle crap was out in the east. That completely meets with the king's new standards.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Come back.
Yeah. Which means going through us, we can save half your business. Then the other half, and I kind of gesture to the machines that are still, the auto loom, the auto looms that are just spitting out, just very what's the term? A very consistent wool. And you can increase and you can undercut your competition because it takes far fewer workers to produce that quality. The only costlier thing is the initial cost, but it will pay for itself over time. You could undercut the gods knows how many other producers out there, including the magical ones.
And we lost the player for a couple minutes.
Yep. Golden's home internet is finicky at the best of times. Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah.
Roll me another, what's it called, check with advantage.
So diplomacy +5.
Yeah.
So you have your choice. You can stick in the past and keep trying to send assassins after me, who will fail, and fail horribly. Or you can join the winning team and maybe even try to bring a couple of your friends over as other investors. I'm sure there are a few that you would consider more pliable to this. I mean, you've already suffered pretty big disasters recently.
I have a feeling that you set the warehouse fire, but if it's to get my attention, I'll forgive it. And outstretches his hand.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Bluff check. 20 as I shake his hand.
He's suspicious, but he has no proof, so like,
Yeah.
well then, no matter what.
But that your tragedies have brought you to a brighter future, a better path.
Very well.
Mhm.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go now. We're gonna go to that new port city with the new high end in.
Of course, there should be a train, and I'll pull out my watch, leaving about 20 minutes. Should cut the time significantly to get there.
Wait, you have a train?
Yes. It's the last train of the night going to the city. Usually it's carrying, sailors so they can catch their boats in the morning. But there should still be some room on board.
We're gonna have a very lucrative partnership.
Of course.
And him, his bodyguard, and then I guess his other this magical bodyguard is going to leave for the night.
Yep. So, yeah. And also, I'm guessing they'll also kind of poke around that area and see that it has much of the same, just less industry and more temporary storage.
Yeah, 1 second. Someone's calling me. Hello? Yeah. And Needle. Alright, bye. Yeah, it's my mom.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm pretty much stuck in bed all day until my wound heals.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep,
So yeah. He's in bed. So yeah, he's like, I think this is the start of a beautiful partnership. And he leaves.
Yep. I'll definitely have some of my guys keep an eye on him.
Welcome back again.
Sorry about that. Just had to call my boss because I was supposed to get off at 3. Didn't know who was relieving me. I called my boss, and he looks like, "Well, I was supposed to relieve you." So he's on his way to relieve me.
That's nice.
Got it. So
Get overtime at least?
I'll just say this: average every week, I average around 8 to 12 hours of overtime every week.
money, 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 money.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah,
You actually
I
look
get
at
well over 90 hours.
you actually look around the town and you see the crown princess and another younger person like doing push-up. Like, do you want to get to paladins or not?
And that's in our town right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave them be because I still don't know what to do with them. But I'll go to the castle for the night. I'm not gonna hide the fact I'm going to the castle. Well, our castle, little keep thing to get some rest.
Same here.
Yeah, gotta go up to my nice tall tower.
Oh boy.
And I'm gonna put this, or actually, Ty, I'm gonna DM you what I'm gonna do in the morning. Little surprise.
Alright. Well, next day you see the princess and I guess the younger person I guess won't be a perception check to see if you know who the other person is.
Let's see. 19.
Jim Pam scrap.
What?
Perception checks.
Uh,
Loaded back into my computer.
Yep.
So I thought I would leave at 3, but
Alright, William. I seen that he's not in the computer yet. William, you know that's actually the prince.
Okay. So, and I've heard reports that he's trying to become a paladin.
Yep.
But he's struggling, to say the least.
Yeah. As you walk up, you found breakfast served, ready to go.
do you still want me to roll perception?
No, I told him what's happened.
Plus 20.
Oh, okay. Not only you know that that's the crown prince, but he's almost strong enough to actually make the cut this time.
All right.
If it goes back down to do the basic skills test one more time.
I'll be right back and unlock a bathroom door.
Anyway, the bartender is very impressed by the food you created.
Talking about Golden character?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's MIA for the moment.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, he had to step away to unlock a bathroom for someone.
But you get to the next day.
Yeah. As I said, we're there, just taking a look at stuff. I'm leaving and I'm going to get a bite to eat. One of the probably cafes that's popped up in the town.
I will
Then I'll
join
probably be catching a train to the port city to make some talk with the merchant. We can sign actual paperwork.
Maybe to join you, Will, or maybe to stay on the home front.
Feel free to join me.
Alrighty, I will.
Yep. So. And do we still see that princess hanging around?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's about to go back to her main city.
You broke up for a while there. What was that?
1 second, let me get my medicine real quick.
Okay.
You got everything you need?
Yeah.
All your medicines in there?
Yeah. But yeah, she's still around.
Okay, got it. She's not approaching us or anything like that.
As far as she's concerned, she doesn't know who you are.
Yeah. Oh, she doesn't recognize us as the weird guys with the fucking explosives?
Well, remember, she's been away from this kingdom for so long. She hasn't.
Yeah, so.
I'm back.
Though
All she knows is paladins, guards, and her father's a jackass.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, with the brother, if he's not with her, if he's ever on his own, I'd talk with our underworld contacts to slip to one of the organizations we don't control. That are rumored that guy's carrying a lot of that the guy's carrying that there's a bounty on his head from somewhere else. Somebody wants his legs broken.
Mm-hmm.
But it basically,
Oh,
send out a rumor to basically use our underworld contacts to get other underworld people that aren't directly associated with us to do it. Because, well, we're going to be probably killing all of them.
Roll me a check to convince.
This a bluff or diplomacy?
Well, obviously it's a bluff, so yeah. Or diplomacy. Whatever's higher.
Diplomacy. 32. Jesus, I critted it.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus
Well, his
Christ.
knees are going to be his knee is going to be bending the wrong way for a while.
So after about a week.
Yeah. Oh, does my meeting go well with the other guy for basically signing paperwork that he's going to become an investor and partial owner?
Yeah, the meeting goes like smooth.
Got it. Yeah. So obviously we're keeping all this hush hush, but he will provide us with gold to basically purchase the materials we don't already have on hand. So we can actually get a proper factory up and running for him.
Obviously, it's still a little hush hush because, used to survive assassins, he couldn't.
So obviously it's going to be a little while, but he'll slowly start using our port more and more and more.
Okay, so here's basically what happens.
Yeah.
Back in Hope Valley, as he's on his way to take the test again, you hear a couple of thuds like, "Hey, what you doing?" "I'm taking the paladin test." "Really? We don't like these paladins around here." And pretty much within 5 minutes, you see his bones. You see his elbows bone the wrong way. His legs broken.
Jesus.
His ribcage cracked. As now in the care of Sister Heart.
Damn.
Well, you rolled a 20.
I'm hoping that it was some of our militia guys that were the ones that stopped it and shot the guys.
Oh yeah, they stopped the chaos.
Yeah, so make sure you're killing all of them.
Like you actually see the letter from Sister Heart, like, to whom it may concern, we'd like to thank you for saving our friends, and to Martin Silversmith Jr.
My boss is here. Gotta go.
Say again?
Leaf is going to be gone for a little while. His boss is relieving him. So
Alright.
I'm going to be gone for a little bit, get swapped to his house.
Like, thanks to him, you saved one life. If we can repay you in any way, please let us know.
I'll just send a letter back saying, just if you'd be so kind as to help our, because basically the story is those guys are a Gearman's mission, basically asking for assistance from her to get them set up, get them a nice little guild hall kind of thing, or a little storefront they can convert into a little guild hall, to just try to spread the message of the kind of spread our message and try to make better contacts in Hopeville.
Although this is a town that's based on magic, of course we will help you. You saved the.
And I would also note, did she detail his injuries?
Ooh, the injuries.
No. Did she detail the injuries in the letter?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and I'll say, and based on the described injuries, I know that there are magics that do exist, but they are very rare that can restore a body that badly damaged. But I may be able to offer an alternative, though it cannot fully restore his functionality, but it may allow him to, be a bit more active. Walk with a cane kind of thing. If he could come to Silver Spring, we can try to provide additional medical treatment.
All right, and a few weeks later, you see the sister.
Mm-hmm.
You want to buy the port, right?
Well, remember the thing is, I was saying I was just giving an offer, saying that we might be able to help if he comes by. So I don't know when he's going to arrive. So I'll probably just be in the city, mainly overseeing the construction of the new textile factory.
Alright, so she sends a letter back like,
Yeah.
we'll be on our way. Unfortunately, his dreams of Paladin unfortunately died. They can't accept anyone who's that badly injured.
Yeah. So. So we'll just be in town and wait for it.
Alright. Next day, like a couple of weeks later,
Mhm.
I just move to Emselsburg real quick.
So what? Like a courier will come to us saying that he's at the bar. At
Yeah.
The bar? Okay. There we go. So.
Like you see the sis. Like you see the sister. Sorry, like I said, I'm laying down. So exactly
Yeah.
master mouse movement yet.
That's fine.
Yeah.
There we go. So she's down here, and here he is.
Yeah. And back here, guarding is the princess. Well, yeah. Like, I just want to make sure everything's up for my brother.
What was that, Ty? You broke up a little bit through that.
Sorry. She just says, I'm just trying to make sure you're all up and up with my brother.
Okay. So yeah, she'll see my guy probably eating some food and reading an anatomy and just having a couple of his anatomy textbooks out or anatomy books out that he's made himself, just reviewing a few notes.
Mhm.
As well as probably eating with one of his more experienced medical students. And I'll just kind of look up and go, "You must be the prince and the princess." I'll kind of stand up and give a slight bow. Showing some.
Former princess. Not exactly a fan of what my father's doing, but yes, technically I'm the crown princess.
Welcome, Your Highness. I've heard about the tragedy that occurred with your brother. My deepest condolences. I'm hoping I can provide some assistance, though I can't make any promises of miracles. Spells that regenerate the body with the injuries that were described to me are extremely few individuals can cast them, and they're not cheap to have formed.
The paladin said that his days of being a paladin is over. I can't exactly have him be a prison guard because, well, the prisoners I escort is the worst of the worst, and I don't want to see my brother get killed.
Of course. Well, we can perform. Well, what we can do is we can re-break some of the bones that have healed. We can re-break them so that we can then properly set them so they'll heal a bit better. We can perform surgery as well to try to set bones, inlay. It's not going to be cheap, but mithril pins into various things to hold things together. He won't have full motor. He won't have full functionality, but he can live a fairly normal life as a scholar, scribe.
Do what you need to do.
And I'll kind of get up and walk over to the prince and go, "Your Highness, I'm William Shadowspark. I'm a anatomist that is pioneering surgery and non-magical healing methods."
Martin Silverstone the Jr. And please don't call me Your Highness. That reminds me of my. That reminds me of what. That reminds me that I'm prince of this kingdom, and therefore prince of my jackass father.
Of course, Mr. Silversmith. Now, I would like to perform something called surgery on you. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept.
I'm familiar somewhat.
Well, don't worry. We're much more advanced than some of the other attempts that have been made in the past. You'll be unconscious during the entire procedure. Won't feel anything. There will be pain during recovery, but we can manage. We can manage it with various concoctions we come up with.
Like, the sister here is going to help me what she could. Hello?
Sorry, acid burp.
Ouch.
I'll live.
I thought I was the one that's trapped in bed all day.
No, just an acid burp. Acid reflux.
Uh-huh. The sister's like, it's good to see you gentlemen again, and apparently you got a new partner along the way. The sister bows. I just wish it was once again under better circumstances.
Of course. And this is the sister from the church.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure to see you. And I'll basically give a
Pretty much, she's there to preserve his life until the surgery begins.
Well, the first thing I'm going to need to do basically is do a full examination. I don't have X-rays yet, obviously, so that technology doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, so
I'll have to do
you have to do a medicine check.
I'll have to do hand check to get a rough idea of the damage. Okay, that would be. I'm assuming that my surgeon boost would affect as well as my Masterwork surgeon tools. Do the initial check.
Yeah.
Okay. 24 to do the initial check.
All right. Well, like the sister said in her letter, like broken bones like everywhere, and the sister's actually preserving his life force.
Yeah. So he's pretty banged up.
Yeah.
So we'll take him to the medical school and we'll show him the surgery theater we'll be using, where basically where he'll be put under. I'm assuming he's in like the equivalent of a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Right now. Arms and splints, things like that.
Exactly. On splints, wheelchair. Yeah. Even that brace that makes Biggie's look like child's play.
Got it. Yeah. So his injuries were pretty bad.
Yeah.
And we'll have to also do, I don't like it, but perform exploratory surgery.
We do have ether, right?
Oh yeah, I think by this point I've got some pretty decent surgical materials. Probably IV based. We probably have, not a heart and lung machine, but like a machine that will make sure air is going in and out.
So that Sister Heart doesn't have to perform healing spells every 5 minutes.
Yeah, so yeah. And then once he's prepared, we'll begin it. Obviously, 12 hours, no food, no water.
That sucks. What do I have to do all that?
Other than probably some sedatives or painkillers just to make him a bit more comfortable before the procedure.
Sedatives, painkillers, and 12 hours without food or water.
Yeah, so he's kept comfortable in a bed, probably nearby it. Has a nurse keep an eye on him. Then I'll basically prepare and. Well, the sister would see pretty unusual since they're coming in wearing very clean clothes. Apparently, they're trying to keep as clean as possible. And if she's going to be involved in the surgery, my character would insist that she goes through the same cleaning procedure.
She nods like, okay. So what do I have to do?
Okay. First things first, we're gonna need you to wash your hands quite extensively using this chemical soap. And I'll show her basically the proper way of doing it. Hands going under the running water so that the water goes down away from the hand, not up towards it. Then once done, you basically holding hands out, and then somebody using basically very, very sterile towels will dry the hands off for them. Then they'll put them into basically the equivalent of like 19th century surgical gowns for us. Then put on gloves. Basically, think of like a really old school surgery in look.
Yeah.
And then the patient's also been heavily cleaned. Probably every hair on his body's been shaved off in preparation, since we're going to have to cut a lot of parts of him open. At the very least, for now, we're going to focus on. I'm assuming this is going to be a series of surgeries to get him, series of reconstructive surgeries.
Oh yeah.
But the first thing I would like to do is work on the critical stuff, so that he can breathe and eat with assistance. To breathe on his own, but eat with assistance. So, I guess we roll for the first surgery now.
Yep. Basic checks for all three of you.
I'm also assuming I'm going to get assistance from my surgical students.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
all of you have advantage. Basic checks. Go.
Okay. 38. So.
Jimpan Kiri?
Okay.
Wait. You guys have you guys have heal as a skill?
No.
No, they're assisting you.
Okay.
No.
I thought we were going to use NPC assistants for this one that are actual doctors.
No.
Scalpel. Here. That's a hammer.
Again, could we use my surgical students? It would make a bit more sense.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You guys can watch from the gallery.
Absolutely.
I'm somewhere else reading a book.
Alright, so you and his sisters walking from the gallery. But 38's more than enough to get some of the critical wounds out of the way. Get some of the critical
Got it. So obviously his arms and legs are still fucked up, but
yeah. But at least now he doesn't have to rely on the sister heart to preserve his life force anymore.
And also my character during the entire procedure will be explaining every move he's making. The sister will see that there are probably quite a few surgical students, as well as probably other visiting healers, kind of like the early surgeries in Edinburgh, where they would just have these massive crowds that are watching. We'll then sew him back up, and then get him swapped over to a recovery room. And we'll just let his body recover, and obviously we'll do additional surgeries given time. So, how is he feeling when he wakes up?
Like, what the? I don't need any sisters anymore. What the hell happened to me? He's more like shocked than anything.
Hello?
Hello?
You're back, Ty.
Huh?
You're back now, Ty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So yeah, we did pretty good on working on the probably neck and body. I'm assuming he's got some pins in his chest now to hold broken ribs together.
Yeah, he's more like shocked than anything. Like, hello? How in the world?
Easy, stay in bed there. We had to cut you open quite a bit to get to everything, and you're gonna need to stay in bed to recover for a few weeks at least.
Mm.
Fortunately, healing magic provided by the kind sister here should speed up that process significantly, though.
I don't know how to ever thank you.
For now, focus on recovery. We're gonna have a few more surgeries because we've got to repair your arms, though, and we got to repair your arms and your legs still.
It sucks. My dreams of becoming a paladin to change our family's names over, though.
I'll just kind of mention, you don't have to become a paladin to try to help people. I heard that you.
What do you
I heard that you are a bit of a scholar. You like books and things of that sort.
Yeah, I've been studying books since I was a child. My sister over there has been studying magic since she was a child. Alright? Don't tell my father this, but she ironically studied magic to get revenge on my father for killing our mother, but
Oh,
yeah.
I don't want to be involved in the family drama if you don't mind.
No, don't worry about it.
But we do have an academy here, teaching the kids of our workers how to read and write, all of them. We could definitely use people that know those skills. I know it's not much. I know it's not adventuring as a paladin, but helping people can help people make lives a little bit better.
I try to get friends with this dude.
But for now, focus on recovery. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah. Then obviously we'll do additional surgeries. I'm assuming that recovery time is significantly reduced with the magic.
Yeah.
So.
And ironically, Sister Hart is actually very impressed.
Oh, I'll just kind of go over and talk to her about this and saying, look, your magic's speeding up the process, but magic has limitations. It can bind bones, but it has trouble setting them. Whereas if you properly set the bone before you heal it, you then increase the chance of healing as well as preventing future breaks.
I never actually thought about that before.
No. Unfortunately, a lot of people just want to ascribe magic to being magic, not understanding the processes behind it.
That's very interesting.
And then I guess I'll have to roll next to work on his arms.
Yeah.
40.
Obviously, the art's not going to be perfect, but at least they're functional again.
Yeah. He's not going to be fighting, but he can use a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Then I'm assuming that he's probably ecstatic after the recovery with his arms, where he can move them again. He's able to eat and things like that. It's just fucked up legs now.
I guess one more for the legs and rib cage.
Well, I thought the rib cage was the first one we dealt with.
Sorry, the legs.
Yeah. This one, I'm gonna do something though. I'm purposefully gonna make sure that he has reduced capacity. So even if I know I can fix them mostly, I wanna basically make sure he has a pretty noticeable limp.
How noticeable are we talking?
Like he needs a cane. Think Dr. House.
Okay.
Yeah. So 37 on that one.
Alright, so you can fix the legs however you want, so obviously you fix it just enough so that he requires a cane.
If he has a limp, but he can function on his own now, pretty much. Once he's finished recovering. I'll say, unfortunately, the damage to the legs was too severe. I don't think you'll ever fully get mobility back within them.
I understand. Still, that's very impressive.
And I understand that you've been, reading.
Say again?
I'm assuming he's been reading while in recovery. What books has he been requesting from us to read while he's in recovery?
Anything from basic alchemy to history to magic to
Oh, I would have sent him copies of the textbooks that we're effectively using right now. From the school.
pretty much he's a gigantic book mom. As long as he's singing in front of Brooke, he's happy as clam.
Okay. Well, so I hope the textbooks we sent you were good. It's always good to have a fellow scholar look at your work.
Yes, that's actually very, very interesting.
Basically, the mathematics, basic alchemy, some fundamentals of magic stuff I've got thrown in with the alchemy, and also emphasis on engineering in a lot of it.
Engineering, I haven't been studying that lately. It's my father because
Well,
my father didn't actually have any engineering books on him.
We cover basic literacy and mathematics for all paths, but we are trying to get more and more people to get into technology and engineering, as opposed to going down the path of magic.
Oh boy! Like, hey, don't forget about me, Audra.
Enough people
peeks up.
To teach all the classes. All of us are spread pretty thin these days.
Well, I have nothing else better to do.
It'll be a steady paycheck. We need somebody to teach. We need somebody to set up the program for the kids.
Yep.
As well as be one of the teachers for it.
Try to convince this dude.
Diplomacy?
Yep.
Any advantage?
Yeah.
37. Crit.
Jesus Christ. Like, I have nothing else to go for, and hopefully Positive doesn't get pissed off. Fuck father.
You're but a humble. You'd be but a humble school teacher, maybe even a headmaster someday.
Who knows?
I mean, people tend to underestimate the value of the teachers and the headmasters of schools. They are responsible for effectively making the next generation better than the previous one. More successful, more powerful, more whatever. Less likely to make the same mistakes we make in our generation.
Yes.
For our sake, I hope you're right.
Yep.
Aye.
And once he's agreed to it, we're basically gonna start. I'm gonna just over time. My plan for him is basically slowly corrupt him in a sense to our way of thinking more and more. Because for now he's just teaching kids about math, basic alchemy, and reading and writing, as well as training the teachers. But as I said, over time we'll slowly corrupt him into being probably a lawful evil character. But for now,
the princess alright, Sister Heart, I'll escort you back home. I'm pretty sure Lord Monday would wonder why I'm away for so long. Yes. He paused again, thank you very much. This has been a most enlightening journey. I learned much today.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll offer to escort the priestess to her ship.
And they all board the heavily armored ship that they saw the prisoners in.
Okay. So,
obviously, there's no prisoners, of course.
Do I get any advantage with diplomacy to continue to woo the priestess?
Yeah, go ahead.
29.
She's very impressed by everything that's went on today.
Yep. The past couple weeks, yeah, for sure.
I mean, ironically, this is probably the closest we've ever been to being on the up and up.
Well, I mean, this is a means to an end.
Yes.
Yeah. we've literally got somebody to handle the school, handle the younger part of the school, which has probably been more part time than full time, just due to the amount of time we've had available. And again, he's working with us. Clearly, he's bitten onto the hook. We just got to corrupt him.
Yep.
And I'm sure the propaganda alone, will slowly corrupt him against magic, and then just slowly, as the situation gets more dire, he'll become more willing to endorse dark methods to protect what he's helped build. Use the whole road to hell paved with good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And we are knowingly making those good intentions.
Yeah. Well, also, I'm also going to send out a detailed a medical paper. Just kind of out to the very specifically, and I know it's going to piss them off, but out to the various places that deal with magical healing.
Which means also Hope Valley as well, where the priestess is coming from.
Oh, and I'm sure the priestess herself will be singing the praise of this herself.
Say again?
I'm sure the priestess will be singing the praises of our kind of teaching hospital. She was directly involved in it.
True.
Yeah. So. But the thing is, I'm trying to one up, saying that look, all it took was some low level healing spells, and a skilled surgeon, and this guy has his most motor function back based on the injuries described. I'm assuming this would just be like a heal check to describe everything.
Yeah.
So that'd be a heal check with advantage. I'm assuming tools would also come into play, and my medicine. 34.
Oh yeah, you could actually describe it perfectly.
Yeah, and I'm going kind of down the road of I'm not saying I'm going to be shit talking magical heal like full magical healing, but definitely putting a damper on it, saying that it is not needed in these cases. That with a combination of low level healing magic, a skilled surgeon, and proper physical therapy, people who have suffered severe injuries can regain most of their function and be able to operate again without assistance. And I'm hoping that this grabs the attention of some of the younger, not as magically talented students at those schools. See if we can't get them to transfer to ours over the other magical academies that are out there.
Let's see. Currently, you only see 8 transfers, but most of them are for the nunnery from Sister Heart.
Ah, got it. So they're coming to become doctors and nurses themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, our influence ever grows and expands. For now, we're let's see, we've kept the merchants at bay. What do you guys want to do now? What kind of chaos do you want to cause to further our goals?
Let's see. Definitely kind of potentially got an in on with the merchants.
Yeah, we got an in with the merchants for now. I probably need to roll my craft machinery to build a proper factory now, but I've got the resources, so it's not going to be as makeshift.
Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking at the moment maybe refine the stuff that we currently have with the additional new resources.
Yeah. So 34 to get the proper textiles factory online.
What the merchant you had deal with, that'll be enough.
Yep.
Or far than enough.
So he's starting to ship all the raw cotton and the raw.
He's divided between the east side, so that he just puts off his phone merchants, and secret to the west side.
Got it. So, and I'm guessing that he's also probably comparing the quality of the fabric coming out of both processes.
Yeah.
as well as the report. So eventually he'll be sending us more. So good. Kiri, you were saying you wanted us to improve various processes. What do you want to?
Yeah.
What do you want us to focus on? The mining.
I think the mining,
Okay.
because we do get some good material from the mines, but definitely want to get more of like the coal, iron, and whatnot.
Yeah. See if we can't get some of the rarer materials out of it. I think I'm assuming, Ty, that means we got to start digging deeper.
Your mind, yeah.
And here's the thing.
Remember, the digging, the colder it's going to get.
Well, I guess I'll have to. Well, the thing is, remember, we still have that boiler. That should warm things up.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so craft machinery. 33 to start the process of expanding the mining operations and digging deeper.
Yes, passes.
Yeah.
But your boy's not going to overdrive.
Well, we also are now probably deploying TNT to the process too, or a cut, or a version of the blasting clay that's been cut with other materials to change it from a high explosive to a low explosive. Again, make it more stable, but better at breaking up rock.
So better breaking up rock, more stable.
Yeah. Takes up more space, but the thing is, this is a mining operation. We don't care if it takes up 2 or 3 times as much space. The pure stuff is meant for sabotage. So
it appears to want to go blast around here, right?
Well, we're going to start blasting it down. My thought is, we turn this one, we blast it down into a larger kind of pit mine, and then start having, elevators going up and down.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because obviously, if you pass through here, then it's pretty much the death zone. At least at your current level.
And hopefully, as the deeper we get, the warmer it gets. Because
you got to get pretty deep for it to start getting warm again. And I don't want to dig that deep in this place, because remember, this place is eventually going to be converted into a fort.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just to protect the mine better, I'm going to start having liquid stone walls set up with metal reinforcement inside of them.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So basically, the beginnings of our fort are starting. So I just need to know what we start pulling.
That was the beginning of the kingdom that you didn't name yet.
What was that?
The beginning of the kingdom you didn't name yet.
Well, yeah, this is kind of the entryway to that. We haven't really come up with a name yet because we haven't really pushed it. We'll come up with one eventually.
Yep.
For now, we're merely just the gearmen.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ty, what do they start coming up with after a month of drilling down?
A month of drilling down?
Yeah. With the assistance of, TNT kind of blasting the rock.
You get pretty deep.
But what do they start pulling out?
Huh?
What do they start pulling out?
I say some gold and copper.
Oh, nice. So we're producing more copper now, and I'm assuming richer veins of iron?
Yeah.
Got it. Plus coal, which is needed as well for our processes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll continue to stockpile.
Yeah, that's kind of an endeavor. We gotta do that now and again.
So, could I also try to improve the boiler up here again? Convert it to or install a new one, a new high pressure one, to increase the yield.
Check.
Heating. Yep. 43.
Oh, goddamn.
These mines are probably toasty by now. Because who doesn't love toasty mines?
They're good.
After you feel that the mines are a bit cold to your liking, you somehow improve the boiler that it's cold enough that you can actually go outside just a few inches.
Got it. So we've been able to completely stop the creeping cold from over here.
Yeah.
And we've got probably smaller boilers down here, so we can refocus things a little bit. Good.
So yeah, actually, you could go outside a few inches and knows that yes, there's a death wonderland.
Yep. Got it. So
Frozen over bears and freaking not orcs, goblins.
Wait, there are goblins surviving up there? How?
No, frozen over as in dead.
So we see the corpses of frozen goblins.
Yeah.
So got it. So we've got. I'm assuming higher up in the mountain, we've got lookout posts now, looking over the area.
Yeah.
Got it. I guess we'll just have them observe and see if they can find anything of value, just visually. And other than that, as I said, we'll continue upgrading things.
Yep.
I guess I'll do another philosophy check to try to continue pushing my ideology.
Yep.
Yeah, not really feeling it this time.
But nothing changes.
Well, I mean, we're getting near the end of the session. I might as well use the, re-roll point that we always get. I think it's hero point. 20, so a little better.
Nothing changes much.
Yep. Just
You
keep
just advance some of the newer students that, hey, maybe this is a good idea.
Yep.
I am back now, finally.
We've got the king's son. He's now going to be he's starting out as like the head teacher for the kids, so he can now have full-time schooling for them.
Nice.
And he'll eventually go headmaster once we corrupt him more. He has a permanent limp, but he's mostly healed up.
And I'm guessing, and this is like a limp that he was born with, I'm guessing, or was this?
No. We spread rumors to what was it? To another criminal organization that there was a bounty for this guy to be, severely injured.
Oh.
And I crit successed it. So they didn't just break his legs; they broke his arms. He had severe internal injuries. He was being kept alive by having a priestess regularly casting healing spells on him.
Well, I'm just turning on my computer now. Goddamn.
Yeah. So yeah.
So I think as Steelwall's doing that stuff, I will not really take charge, but help with the training of his troops, basically making them hopefully at least a little bit more accurate when it comes to firing off their muskets.
Neat.
I don't know if I need to roll anything to see how good my training's going, or
Yeah, I'm trying to think at the top of my head.
Usually, I would argue profession soldier or something like that. But
that's the thing. I didn't choose profession for soldier. I chose another profession.
Yes.
Remember? I still haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
And my profession's brewer. Not exactly a whole lot I can do here.
Yeah.
I'd say just roll. Forgot the convention.
No, he is training them in, being a proper gunslinger, so what? It'd be some sort of mental check plus maybe his skill level plus any bonuses you think apply. Kind of house rule this a little bit.
Yeah, do a diplomacy check with an advantage because Princess Audra is actually watching us, helping us well for one day.
So what do I roll?
Diplomacy?
Diplomacy with an advantage.
+5.
But you said diplomacy, or what else, Ty?
With an advantage because Princess Audra is actually help you.
For diplomacy, all right. All right. First one.
Where's your +5?
Oh, do I have
Uh,
a +5? Because my diplomacy is a -1.
Yeah. Okay. You rolled a 9 there because you get a
Okay, so
+5 as a temporary modifier.
plus. And the second one. Oh, goddamn. All right, so 9 is the highest.
It's gonna be a while before the troops are actually ready to go.
Let's find some better than diplomacy. That's what I was kind of thinking. Maybe intelligence or wisdom plus the
Yeah,
skill.
try intelligence.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking intelligence plus levels in gunslinger, since all these guys are gunslingers.
Yeah, taking a level wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
So that would just be intelligence with my
Yeah, your intelligence
gunslinger
modifier
levels.
plus the number of gunslinger levels you have, plus any
Okay.
other modifiers Ty thinks may be useful in this case.
Anything else that could be useful, Mr. Ty?
Just a +5 because
Yeah.
Audra knows how guns work. He just doesn't use them a lot.
Stubbies. 8 plus, so 13. So I'm adding the intelligence level and +5.
Yep.
Advantage?
Yep, that +5 advantage.
23.
Nice.
After you start trying to talk to him towards your intelligence, like, oh, this is how this works. It's
You're supposed to point it that way.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Like, oh, that's how this works.
Oh,
So
God.
I'm guessing that means our militia is getting better from just kind of pseudo self-training to proper regimented training.
Also, I'm just keeping an eye out for any soldiers that show like almost unnatural marksmanship. I'm gonna keep a mental note of any of them that pique my interest.
Yeah. We'll make sure that they get scopes, and they'll be kind of the designated marksmen of whatever squads they're part of.
And now Audra goes back because, well, she has to keep prisoners in line.
Yep. So.
Also, since I've been here for a while, I want to do something special for the party.
Oh.
Ty, remember when I sent you my DMs?
Yeah.
Instead of just me waiting, I'm just gonna do just that. I'm gonna like call them over to, I don't know, like in the castle, specifically in the kitchen area or in the dining hall.
The dining hall still exists. I don't know what we've deconstructed the material.
Oh yeah, do we have? Is there any place in the castle that could be a good area to where we could, sit down, talk,
I would imagine we have probably some sort of
meeting hall.
Yeah, like a meeting hall that has like a table in case we ever have to have guests that we ever needed to. Big fireplace, chairs to sit around nearby the fire. I think that exists.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is basically, I'm guessing all of them are doing different stuff. I'm gonna try to send letters or something, or try to find them and say, hey, come to the meeting hall in like an hour.
Okay.
So I got something for you guys. Think you'll like. And basically, I'll do that to every party member that's here. And let's see how good it is. How's a 26 tie for my cooking?
That's farther. That's almost
I think a DC 10 is like an okay meal.
I was say that's almost Chef Gordon Ramsay's level.
So I'm just gonna paint the scene for you guys. You guys probably all entered the meeting room at the same time, and you just the immaculate smell of just cooked meat, seasoned very well, lots and like very good meals everywhere for you guys. Obviously,
amazing.
Gentlemen, let's eat.
I'll sit down and probably enjoy the meal because my guy's been busy, surgeries, classes, all that crazy stuff.
So yeah, I basically cooked a nice Chef Gordon Ramsay style meal for everyone.
You've had some of the teachers coming over.
Come on,
I
more the
made
merrier.
plenty.
Say again?
I said like there's plenty, and I said like come along, more the merrier.
Oh yes, please. I'll make more.
Oh boy.
Oh, well,
I may
once
be
the
good
meal
at.
is done, I'll go down. Once the meal is done, I'm going to go down into the dungeons, probably with a plate of some of the leftovers. And let's see, we still have the that one hero.
Jam Frank. Which one?
Remember the hero? She was in the competition for become captain of the guard, and we kind of kidnapped her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she's basically been in isolation this entire time. I'm going to check on her mental state.
Ooh, well, given that's been a few months, yeah,
I mean,
she's trying to talk.
She's been
She's
fed.
talked to herself at this point.
And I'll just open the slot. Wearing a mask, gas mask, and go. What was her name again?
I actually forget. Let me check.
Even the GM forgot about her.
I am
It's
glad
been a
that
while.
I am glad that every party member enjoyed basically Master Chef level cooking, and even some of the prisoners will also enjoy
One
it.
of them. I'm trying to slowly corrupt her.
With good tasted food.
Yep.
Whoever's still at the dining table, let's see, who should I pick? How do you spell Curie the Sloth? How do you say that?
His character name is actually Veb.
Oh, Veb.
Yeah.
Veb, I'm gonna come up to your guy and be like, I'm guessing you really love it by how much you're scarfing it down.
Oh yeah.
Would you like some extra seasoning on that before you gulp it all down?
Yes. Yes, please.
Alright, I'm gonna take out a vial and just as before I put it or start sprinkling it on to it's like, wait, hold on. Is this I'm gonna put a little in my hand, taste it. Oh, this is not the poison. Okay. You still want seasoning?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna sprinkle just more season for you. I'll be like, yeah, see, I need a label because as you can see, I have two vials that are the same, except one has a dot. The dot means poison. The one without a dot is seasoning. I really need to do better.
Mm-hmm. The food's still good though.
Oh yes, there are plenty more. I'll definitely also start making decent grub for the troops as well. A good meal goes a long way.
Aye.
Alright. And
Hey, we'll call her Margaret for now. So yeah, Margaret's sitting there talking to herself.
And she'll just hear the slot open, the top slot.
She runs over to grab the food.
I'm keeping it away from her. And I'll just gotta go down and go, hello, Margaret.
Food.
I understand you've been in here for quite a while.
Because help.
Well, that depends. Kind of be waving the plate nearby her, but just out of her reach. Depends on if you deserve the help.
I want to get out of here, please.
That might be arranged, but certain things we need to worry about. First thing we need to talk about is where you've been this whole time, in case anyone asks.
I was in a dungeon.
No, you weren't. You became scared of the competition and ran.
Scared, running, ran, scared.
Very good, and I'll hand a roll to her.
And she bites it almost like a Wolverine.
And yeah, she has been fed these months just basic food. This is better food than what she's got.
Like good food. Good food.
Yes. And I'll just kind of work with her slowly, giving her the basics of where she has been and what she's done. And, slowly giving her more food as she agrees with the answers. Basically, I'm using standard brainwashing techniques.
Given the fact that she's been down here for a month, you don't even have to roll for that.
Yeah. So I'll slowly reconstruct by seeing her regularly and continuing to build up the story until she very clearly believes it herself.
Yes, I
I'm
ran from the competition.
Yep.
As he started to form words again.
Yep. Very good. So,
Because I got scared.
Yes. But that's not the real reason, was it? The real reason is you can't stand the king or this kingdom.
I hate King Silverstone.
Very good.
Is this extended to his bodyguard or is just the king?
No, just the king and the kingdom. His bodyguard I'm not bringing up. Just the king and the kingdom. Or more specifically, the bureaucrats that report to him. Yeah, so I'm not targeting the people. I'm not targeting the regular military guys, but the higher ranked officers. And as I said, we're brainwashing her. I'm slowly brainwashing her. And then once the initial seeds have been, so now, Margaret, I'm going to go back upstairs. I'll be back tomorrow with more food. And we'll talk some more, okay?
Yes. More food. Thank you.
You have a good night. And I'll actually have my guards send down a clean bedroll, clean clothes. Basically, it's slowly going to start rewarding her. Clean bedroll, clean clothes, fresh blanket, things like that. But a tub of warm water for her to wash herself. Make her feel human again. Assuming she is human.
But she's human.
Yeah, so.
Now, what are you going to do about your pheasant friends?
Oh, those ones we'll have. I'll have general talks with them and just interrogate them, or have people I trust interrogate them. But the thing is, make sure they maintain human interaction and not isolation. So, because the thing is, they're going to be experimented with a little bit differently, because they're not as valuable to me as Margaret is.
Well, Francis and Andrew, pretty much like, hey, if we're just doing our job, and Jen's more, well, a professional.
Yeah. Again, I'm trying to maintain just maintain it's. I think of it more like a more traditional prison situation for them. Even though they have their own individual cells, they're interacting with the guards more regularly. I'm also rotating out the guards to make sure that they don't get a little too friendly with them. Specifically people that I trust, and then they're fed decent food. Basically, they're getting the same food that the guys that go to the mess upstairs get. They just basically it's the same stuff that the factory workers and the gearmen get. So it's not the best right home about, but it's a warm meal. It's a warm meal with decent flavor. Until Golden and this little bastard Golden gets to it, and that's gonna become Gordon Ramsay's kitchen nightmares.
No. Well, if you instruct me who I'm cooking for, then I know what I'm doing. Like factory workers, make sure it's high protein. Much more energy to burn.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, but as I said, we'll And it's, the thing is, because those guys, they're gonna be human guinea pigs for something nasty. Jen, I'm thinking we're gonna use her for actual psychological breaking methods, like like hypnosis, like the hypnosis things, the spinning pattern stuff. But I've got to come up with designs first. I don't even know what those roles would be, Ty.
I don't know what the roles either.
Yeah. I mean, I could argue heal check, but it's weird to go down that road. I don't know if it'd be a diplomacy or a bluff check. It definitely would be an intimidate check. There's not really a knowledge for it.
Because you're dealing with like the human psyche. You're trying to break someone's spirit and mold it into your own. So
Yeah, I'm actually trying to look
more quickly than what happened with
itself.
Margaret. Margaret, I'm using the old-fashioned method of just she's been isolated for months, and I'm the only lifeline she's gotten.
Wouldn't be diplomacy.
Yeah. Wouldn't be bluff.
Guys, you're trying to break someone, so intimidation, but you have to roll. But I have a feeling you have to roll at least something else as well.
But yeah, because the thing is, I'm not trying to do standard intimidation. I'm doing they're strapped to a chair, clockwork orange, eyes opened, and just spinning color wheels that they're forced to watch. While or like blinking lights or something that just basically screw with their head. Things there are spells that do stuff like this, but I'm trying to basically go Hollywood style hypnosis, where you can like reprogram somebody given enough time to do anything.
Like the clockwork, like a clockwork orange.
Yeah.
I think it might have to be just a regular D20 with whatever advantage Ty gives you for how your method goes. Like how long you kept them in whatever, how long is it going to take or how long they're going to stare at, the flashing lights or whatever. So I think it's just going to be a D20 with whatever modifiers Ty gives you.
Yeah, I mean, Ty, if you're willing to go down that road, I'm cool with that.
Alright. Regular D20 plus, I say wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay, I can work with that. It's not the best. Any advantage on top of that?
No, she's as tough as nails.
Okay, and I don't get any bonuses from like a skill like my Steam Right or anything like that?
Well, let's see. At 26, you start to break her a little.
No, I haven't rolled 26.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I've only got a
That's
+1.
still
I'm asking if there's anything on top of the +1, like my level in like my class level of Steam Right 6, if that applies or not. Since I am using, a steampunk invention to try to do it.
I'll say yes.
Okay. Oh. 18. It's not much, but it's initial progress.
Yeah, it's initial progress. Not much, but
Yeah, so
at least you're not annoyed her, but
I'm guessing it's more like kind of get out of my head screaming near the end of it. As basically what I'm doing is I'm just basically repeating the same thing. You will be loyal, you will be obedient. I am your master now, not them. And we just did that for just hours, just to see what happens. So is it by the end of it just screaming, "Get out of my head"?
Yeah.
So I'll have her taken back to her cell, and we'll continue with that next time, I guess.
Yep.
Eventually, we're just gonna have an automated machine that does this.
Yeah,
and then eventually it's gonna break her, but depends on when.
Yeah.
We're gonna turn this kingdom into like a late game Factorio scenario, aren't we?
think more of the order outcome from Frostpunk.
Okay.
Yeah, the final option in order, where the I can't remember what the final level of order was. Let me pull that. Yeah.
And can admit, I go to the bathroom, and that takes a little bit longer because, well, pain.
Let's see.
You mentioned Clockwork Orange a moment ago, and I'm thinking of DM's
The new order. The new order ending. The new order, similar to New Faith, is the final law and order. Roughly 10 to 40 people will die when you sign it, and hope will be replaced by obedience. Obedience will remain at 100% at all times, and the only way to get yourself deruled is raising discontent too much. Luckily for you, there's a new building erected automatically when the law is signed. The execution platform, that is a building that lets you literally fry and freeze a public enemy randomly picked from your male adult population and lower discontent by a substantial margin. This allows for virtually limitless cruelty, as any rebellion will be quenched by a single execution. Last making ending bad instantly. That's Frostpunk for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was imagining a DM strapped to the movie theater seat, watching constant reels of people rolling ones and ones and ones and making stupid decisions, and going, "Stop! Stop! Please, I beg of you!"
Yeah. As a middle key. Field Kitchen are two reasons why most deem Faith stronger. House of Healing for workers to cure people and...
That being said, welcome back, Kiri.
Hey.
Has better layout, law layouts. You need to sign 6 laws and 8 on order, of course. The necessity of each law may vary. Hope management Faith is centered around hope restoration as opposed to orders, discontent, nullification. So the player is given 3 abilities to restore relatively early mid-game. Sermon is free and thus easily spammable, leading to periodic hope restoration. The second one, Evening Prayers, costs 20 food rations and raises hope while lowering discontent slightly. This ability, those quickly overshadowed by the ceremonial service, which makes hope soar, while lowering a larger amount of discontent. These 3 abilities outmatch in every single way, and even as the passive hope bonus can be bigger. No Foreman. The Order has few advantages compared to Faith for the Foreman ability. The ability costs 10 food rations by 40%. It affects automatons too, as unrealistic sound. The auto will use 24 hours. Faith, on the other hand, has shrines for increased productivity. The Order has the same thing. Agitators, poor discontent management until late game. Yeah, there's a couple ways to reduce that. I remember that because I like the Faith option. The new Faith, similar to the new Order, is the final law of Faith. Roughly 10 to 40 people will die when you sign it. Hope will be placed by Devotion. Devotion remains at 100%, and the only way to get yourself is discontent. Luckily for you, there's a new building, which again, the execution platform. Male adult population, lower discontent. Will kill people very cheaply. Yeah. Faith is like, you want to be nice about it. Order is when you got to, okay, but boots time. It's boots time. Everyone lick the boot.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a bit more order because the thing is, I would argue that we're also doing both Faith and Order simultaneously in our little run here. Because we are putting more faith in technology, though. Not only that, but we don't discriminate against the gods, but certain gods that say things against us, we don't really allow to be worshipped. So, gods of the god of magic. No way in hell we're going to let him be worshipped in our areas. As well as a lot of the really good gods probably won't like us all that much. But you'd be amazed how much you can get away with the good gods.
As long as it serves what they need.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not going to like that their faithful will be limited access to magic if I win, but deals can be struck. I mean, we're not engaging in slavery, so we're not pissing off Caden or Desna. We are sure we're committing evil acts, but our evil acts aren't demon lord shit, which will get the Iomedeans pissed at us. Abadar is a neutral god, and we're basically advancing civilization, so we'll probably be on his good side.
Mm-hmm.
The only god that'll be pissed at us is probably the god of magic, who he's the god of magic.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's also kind of bipolar and schizophrenic, so because he's the god of magic and knowledge. So, other than that, at least we're starting our brainwashing program.
Yep.
I just hope that they can't use magic to deprogram them easily.
Not either.
Yep, so. I also got other ways to maintain the loyalty of the Crown Prince, by the way. We've got to find him a cute girlfriend that's completely loyal to us.
What are you talking about now?
To keep the prince more loyal to us, find a girlfriend for him who's like completely bitten by who's completely in love with our ideology.
You got to roll me a check for that.
Not right now, I'm assuming.
Yeah, not right now because it's almost 5 o'clock, so that means time's almost up.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I'll see you all later.
Have a good one.
All right, later.
See you guys. Bye.
Hey, Kiri.
Yeah.
Would you be up for